idiocracy, but you gon' see the value and respect though when you talk with me. So come on, baby, walk with me. It ain't a topic that the crew can't touch. Share our views and our vibe. What we hide? It ain't much. This ain't bluffs, this the crew, yeah, we got it. Share our thoughts and our views, you can't stop it. Said this ain't bluffs, it's the crew, yeah, we got it. Idiocracy, tell us what's the topic. Yeah.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of Idiocracy Talk Radio. I'm Dr. B. We got Matt and we got Josh, also known as Shitty D. And it's not because of anything other than where he put his D in and it got shitty.
It might have been your mom, but I don't know. Just kidding. No, just want to welcome Dr. B back from his hiatus. Welcome back, Dr. B.
He's always welcome in our lives.
Always.
Shut up, kid.
So, going to talk about a couple things. We're going to bounce around between the Bengals, two playoffs, or the playoffs, preseason games. We're going to talk about the Reds' playoff chances. A little bit about the shootings going on downtown. And let's just face it. Let's talk a little bit about downtown Cincinnati being crazy. Judges in Hamilton County seem to be very, very, very lenient on the wrong stuff. Letting people out with very small bails, short bails. And then we'll kind of wrap it up with, a little bit about the woke movement and how we feel that's kind of going, as well as talk a little bit about our thoughts on President Trump and, basically mobilizing the National Guard in certain areas such as Washington, D.C. So let's kick it off. So let's talk about Bengals. So first two preseason games, what do you guys think?
Honestly, I think the offense has looked pretty good. Offensive line, I still think there's a little bit of worry. But, 4 out of 5 drives from the first team offense, we've scored touchdowns. So, offense looks great. Defense on the other side doesn't look like they can stop the run. Linebackers aren't in the right position. Defensive ends that we've had play, they're going too far, and it opens that pocket up for the running back to hit. And the corners, I don't know where the fuck they're at half the time. I've seen a couple plays where there's no one on that side of the field. Like, where the fuck is it going? Where are they at?
Yeah, it's almost like they're in a zone and they've switched to a man for the wrong reasons.
I know it's a very vanilla defense right now, but I'm starting to really worry. This offense is going to have to put up 40 to 50 points a game the way their defense is looking. They can't stop shit.
So that's actually the question, because
upper management
does the manager feel the pressure to sign Trey Hendrickson sooner than later, or what?
Oh, it absolutely does. If they don't sign him here eventually, goodbye season. We might not as well go waste our money at the stadium this year, because the Bengals aren't going to be very good and they're not going to be winning.
Well, I've heard they came to terms on the money and the years, but they haven't come to terms on the guarantee.
Yep.
I don't understand what we're waiting for. If you got 110 invested in him, give him the 110 million period. You gives a shit. Honestly, he's going to be well worth it.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Just I don't understand. Like you said, the offense is working on all cylinders right now. It's kind of liking see Tajay Brooks, man, getting more reps too.
Yeah, I think he should solidify that second running back. He can catch out of the backfield, similar to Chase Brown. He can hit the hole, and he was pretty good at Texas A&M. So.
No, honestly, Josh, you said it about them scoring 4 out of 5 drives with the starting offense. Here's the part that I'm kind of concerned about, and you kind of both of you kind of alluded to it, is that offensive line. Burrow was sacked how many times out of 5 drives?
Once,
Twice.
twice. No, I think he was hit.
Well,
No, he was sacked twice.
Okay.
He got sacked twice. He got hit a third time, but he was out of the pocket. He was rolling, so they didn't count as a sack. But 5 drives.
you talking about the 17-yard loss?
That was on
You count
him.
that as that's on him 100%.
He should have definitely threw that ball away. He tried to keep the
Yes.
drive alive.
Nonetheless,
Go ahead, Jones.
we have
One sack for him. Doesn't matter. Send him stack book. It's a sack, 2 sacks.
The line gets paid too damn much to protect that quarterback, and they're not doing their job.
No, I mean
Draft pick is though.
it's the guard
Draft pick.
positions that they're hurting in.
Well, but the line's the line. Here's the thing. No matter if it's 1 that gets through or 5 that gets through, the problem is there's too many getting through. He needs time to set up the play. He needs to be able to drop that ball off. He needs to be able to toss or hand it off, whatever, to make the play happen. If he's getting people in his face, it's not going to work. I don't care how good of a quarterback you are.
Yeah,
Let's dive into that just a little bit now. Okay, so it's totally right what you're saying across the board. Also, remember, if your receivers are actually in the game, that takes a lot of pressure off that situation a little bit. The timing's down with his receivers, big time. I mean, your A1 and A2 were out on those plays when they were getting rushed.
and that you are correct on. Burrow came out and said he wanted to get more reps with the second
team.
and third string receivers, just in case there's an injury, one of his main receivers goes down. He gets that timing with them receivers and kind of knows how they're going to run routes and all that stuff. So,
Well, and one thing I will point out, I'm not throwing in a towel yet, because let's face it, the Bengals always look like shit during the preseason. Whatever reason it is, they always look like shit no matter what. But I will give credit to the fact that finally, I don't know if Zach Taylor finally took some advice, heard people's grumblings, but Burrow is actually getting snaps in the preseason, so he's not going to come out day 1, game 1, cold.
and I think a lot too that I think Zach Taylor hasn't adjusted to is the Bengals don't do a lot of screens and they don't do a lot of play action. They do almost 90% of their offense out of shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
So you are basically telling your line, like, hey, you guys have to hold up for this long for us to get the receivers out there. That's you're not giving that offensive line a chance at that point either. So,
well, the Bengals took a big step today. They brought a veteran in. You guys heard about that or not?
did they sign? I know they brought in Dalton Reisner to talk to.
Did not sign yet, but there's reports he was in town. He's staying the night for one more night. So he had a good workout, supposedly. So you know how that is. Tricky contract, tricky situations.
Yep.
But, hell, man, they're going to work on it, man. I mean, I don't think I Patrick guy's the right answer at right guard right now.
No.
Maybe a good veteran off the bench. No. But it's just
Well, the bad thing is now the Seahawks and also the Steelers are also looking to host him for a visit. So
I didn't hear nothing, but the two things those teams don't got is a Joe Burrow. So
yep.
that's for that. You got an Aaron Rodgers, and I don't even know who you got in Seattle anymore. So nobody. Seattle's basically starting over a little bit. You know, and basically fucking Steelers, they're going all in. They're going all in this year, one year. You think about it. So,
I hope it
but also, it's good that you got this offensive line, playing. They're going to get beat, but we need our defense to step the fuck up, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like you said, man, there was gaps after gaps last night. Like the guy we got from Green Bay, his big ass got pushed up right last night and just didn't do shit.
which is surprising, and he was one of the better interior run stoppers in the league. It might be the reason why Green Bay was like, okay, see ya. You know?
I mean, I don't think Green Bay wants to sign him as a bigger contract. I get what you're saying there. Plus, like I said, you get a chance to play with Burrow, you're going to take that chance. But also, you look at it, if you have a Trey Hendrickson on the outside, what happens to Trey Hendrickson a lot of times? Double teamed. And when you see a one-on-one with a 345-pound man, you might be able to break some of those.
Well, let's talk about that a minute because you mentioned a little bit ago about we're missing Trey, and that's going to help out the defense a lot, which I agree because let's face it, I mean you got a consistent pressure on the quarterback. At the same time, like Josh said, like those linebackers weren't in position, the corners weren't it. Like Trey doesn't fix that. Like those are some major issues that need to be addressed and fixed before the season starts.
Yeah, and
Tell you what,
why you let Mike Hilton go and sign with another team. I know Hilton's getting older, but he was a very good guy to stop the run. He would have been in position to make them plays, but there was literally no one around. A couple of them plays.
And unfortunately,
what the hell?
We're going to get beat in the play action because those quarterbacks or the linebackers are biting too early. That's why they're getting out of position. They're flowing they're not flowing with the ball. They're going too far off course, and it's going to kick us right in the ass.
I think one more good game this past week preseason will do wonders. Honestly, I think BJ Hill coming back, better presence, he'll be starting. I mean, I don't think like they said, he's no freaking TJ Watt. He's not going to put a statement on us. But having a stud of a defensive end and Trey Hendrickson back, gotta desperately need him. I think it's time to pay up. I was eating my words before saying, hey, you signed the contract. You needed a player year. Boy, the Bengals are looking right now, man. We're going to need him desperately. And he gets double teamed. That leaves a lot of opportunity for the other three to open up and be more successful, especially against the run.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, having Trey in there, it's going to open a lot of doors because people have to be worried about him. They have to plan for him. He's earned enough respect that if you put him on a one-on-one situation, and a lot of times, 75-80% of the time, he's going to beat that guy. And your offense has got to plan for that. Which means taking somebody off of someone else to double team.
Well, they put a stat.
The
hell?
Oh, I was like,
Gotta go mobile now.
he went mobile.
I went mobile.
Oh, shit. Uh-oh. We're
You guys see the kid?
We're going to see Killer getting beat.
I gotta go. I gotta go pick up Paige.
He's going to take a shit. It'll take us.
Whenever Joe's mom house?
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
What's
All
up?
So,
My keys over there. My keys.
So let's talk about some baseball. So, season getting closer to the end.
Hunter, in a minute. Hunter, in a minute. Can you come clean up this water?
Hunter, clean up the fucking water. Not a minute now, damn it!
Do it now.
Do it now. Get to the chopper. What do you think? So it looks like we are 66 and 60 for the Reds.
66 and 60, yes. And we're out in LA right now.
We are out in LA against the Angels.
Playing against the Angels. The Angels of Anaheim.
Let's see.
Angels in the outfield.
So we are currently 1.5 games back
Of the wild card.
of the wild card.
I mean, let's be a little realistic here. We're obviously not going to win our division at all or come close to it. You know, the Brewers are the best in the league right now. This past weekend, they proved they're the best in the league.
Oh yeah, I mean,
They took,
Brewers are 79 and 46 right now. I mean, shit.
honestly, the Reds had all three of those games this past weekend, and they blew Friday and Saturday. Big time. Fucking errors again. Common mistakes. Should be using our head a little bit better. A lot of people are starting to get on Ellie again for making bad throws from shortstop to first base, but kid's gonna learn, man. Still got a lot of potential, a lot of growing.
Well, you talked about it earlier in the year that, like you said, he's young. I mean, he's going to grow, but unfortunately, they put a lot on him real early. You know, and the city of Cincinnati, as fans, we put a lot of expectation on him too early, and and people were trying to get on him too fast. Like just give him a chance to grow, and he'll grow.
See, the thing is, the window for the Reds right now is very small. And with upper management not going out and getting their big thumper and trying to stay relative to a low key market like we are, they're not going to spend that money. So they're getting these, they're hoping to hit on these people who have come off injuries or having down years, some to 1 year contract to a big to like hopefully they do swing big for them.
Right.
But you're really not getting any protection this year behind Ellie. So Ellie, shit, 1 home run in the last 3 months, 2 months. Again, I think he might be battling an injury. Just playing through it.
Or my prediction's gonna come true and he's just not the player that everybody thinks he's going to be.
I mean, yes, maybe he's not going to be the player that they expect for the Reds. For a different team, maybe. Don't put that much pressure on him.
I don't think he's that type of player that's going to be like the $400, $500, $600 million man, because he ain't worth it. He's not hitting 40, 50 bombs a year. He's not hitting 280 to 300 or getting on base all the time. So if you're going to pay somebody, you have to put up stats like that, and he just can't. And I don't know if he ever will.
I think if he clean, his stats are decent this year for the Reds. They're decent. Now his power numbers, they're not as bright as we thought they would be, but you really don't see many people hitting over 40 home runs really in this league at all. Very little. Very little.
But I think
if he cleans his defense up a little bit, I think, and gets rid of the flashy shit, I think potential. I think having Hayes next to him at third base will give him a better opportunity. So that's my personal opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of excitement behind the kid. It's hard for me to jump on him and say he's the next big Cincinnati player. I honestly just don't see it. I see a lot of hype, but nothing backing it up. And I mean, this is how much hype he is. That Speedway game that they were at, they put his game-worn jersey on the auction website for the Reds. Just take a guess how much that jersey's bid up to right now.
5,000.
Joe, you got a guess?
Hold on. Whose jersey?
Ellie De La Cruz.
I mean, the way you talk about him, I would say he's. I mean, it's probably lower than it normally would be. So I'm gonna go with like $1,200.
$14,000.
Okay, Samsonite. I was way off.
22 people have bid on it, and it's up to $14,000.
For an
His
auto-
helmet, the helmet is like 5 or up to 10K. So just for his helmet and his jersey, $25,000.
I got a baseball. Anybody want to buy it? It's autographed.
I mean, it's crazy.
Hey, Joe, have you seen my baseball?
Have you seen my baseball?
Have you seen the big ball?
Don't touch my red tape.
I mean, granted, the kid's only been in the league for 2.5 years. I mean, he still has a lot of potential, and he could get up there. To me, he's just another kid that's going to be average. He's not going to be that superstar.
I don't know. I think if you put something, you got to realize you haven't put nobody around him at all yet. Nobody. McLean's having a horrible year at the plate. He's been at the number 2 spot probably 90% of the season. Now you got Lux there right now. So see what happens, man. I mean, we got the hardest schedule from here on out in MLB. See what they do.
Yep. I mean, they're only a couple games out of the wild card position, and they got to play a couple of them teams still that are ahead of them. So you're right. I mean, we can see what they're made of.
All right, Josh.
But they still have more games with the Brewers and more games with the Cubs.
Yep.
Josh, just to prove how crazy people are for the Ellie De La Cruz autograph. Okay. So I'm on eBay right now. There is a Ellie De La Cruz autograph 2024 Bowman Chrome Super Factor Refractor #1, signed with certificate of authenticity. How much do you think they're asking, or the asking price is right now for this?
For that baseball card,
For that
5
card.
to 6.
Now, I don't know if somebody's just wishful thinking, or I'm thinking they're just wishful thinking because nobody's got to be stupid enough to buy it. It's listed for $149,000.
Who's this?
Here, I'll show you. Look at this. Tell me that's not ridiculous.
Someone's going to buy it if they have the money.
They'd be fucking stupid. Pay that much for
Someone-
a fucking baseball card. Like, and it's like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not against Ellie De La Cruz because, like I said, I like to do, like, I bought his signed baseball because I was like, fuck, this guy's gonna be good. May not necessarily be good with Reds, but I think he's got a good career coming. But he ain't there yet. Not no $150,000 for a baseball card. I hope we love
it's-
Josh because he turned off and not because he was drunk.
I know, right?
Fucker.
Nah, like I said, like I think the Reds need to go out. They just like the Bengals, man. You got to protect the people around you, man. So got to spend a little money if you want to win some shit, man. That or some of these fucking prospects that they have need a fucking hit, man. So far, they're probably like a 50-50 shot in these prospects.
Right.
You know, so your window with this team's not that big right now until you have to rebuild again. You know, I mean, right now they're top 10 prospects. You got 2 shortstops in the farm system that's up and coming. That's in the top 10 prospects.
Right.
What do you do with Ellie? Then on top of that, you still got McLean who plays shortstop, who is up right now with us.
There we go. I'm back. I don't know what happened.
Did you go under a bridge?
Now down Queen City.
What are you going downtown for?
I got to go to Riverbend.
What concert?
I don't know. My daughter's working, so I had to go pick her up.
Oh, she works out there.
Yep. How much did you pay for your baseball, Joe, when you bought it?
$45.
That was it? 40. I thought you paid like more than that.
I know it was no. Hold on. Yeah, no, it was 90.
Okay, so $90 for that. So, I mean, you could probably go online and sell it for $250, $300 easy, if not more.
Yeah, I know, but I was just gonna hold on to it.
I know, I get it.
I like being able to say, "Have you seen my baseball?"
Have you seen my baseball, Ellie?
Have you seen my baseball?
Just hopefully your son doesn't pull the Sandlot thing.
No,
I know, right?
mine's in glass cases, and I make sure my
Well,
kids actually know what.
So was that baseball in the Sandlot?
Nah, his was sitting on a little trophy thing.
Oh, same thing.
No, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
If Jen said it's not the same thing, it's not the same thing.
Thing.
You don't know what his baseball looks like. So let's stay with this downtown theme.
Oh man,
So,
could downtown Cincinnati get any fucking stupider? Like, I just gotta say it that way. Like, are you shitting me with everything?
You got to remember, the mayor and all the police said that there's not a lot of crime. It's safe down there.
Okay.
yeah, got a new curfew that kicked in.
So here, I'm gonna give you an example of how fucking stupid some of the Cincinnati police officers have gotten. Okay, and the reason they've gotten, I don't know if it's a DEI thing or what, but there are a lot of fucking liberals mindset police officers now. So I know for a fact that this happened about 3 weeks ago. Security guards at one of the government buildings downtown near Cincinnati, UC, witnessed a guy had marijuana. He's smoking the marijuana. He's walking around. He's punching signs. Has a gun on his hip. Okay. He's walking around. They witness him actually go up to a truck, start running his mouth to the truck, pulls the gun out and points it at the driver. Okay. So they call CPD, and CPD arrives. They talk to the guy, let him go. Okay. Nothing to this guy. Okay. He pulls a gun out and points it at somebody. They let him go. Then when they come and talk to the people that reported it, they go, well, was there a victim? Like, what are you talking about? I mean, he was high. He had marijuana on him. He's got a firearm. He actually aimed it at somebody. I mean, you got menacing. You got all kinds of things here. The officer, and I quote, says, this is what happens when you have Trump in office. How the fuck is that a Trump in office problem?
That's somebody's downtown smoking marijuana and having a gun out.
Since left in that downtown.
And then the officers let him go.
Did he confiscate his gun or anything? Because I haven't heard shit about this at all.
Yeah, I haven't either.
They saw his gun,
but
even verified that, yep, he had it on his person. They look, all this stuff, like they fucking let him go.
Well, I mean, this is some more democratic logic that we're facing. Like, this is the same as this guy comes out and says, hey, there's the top two cities in America, Memphis and I think New Orleans, maybe it might have been a different one, have the most crime, and guess what they're run by? They're both run by Republican governors of the state. Okay. But do you know who the mayors are? The mayors are the ones who make the city laws. They're both Democrat. What he failed to mention is the rest of the cities in the top 10 of most dangerous are like the next 2, 3, and 4, Washington, D.C. and Baltimore. Baltimore 3, Washington, D.C. number 4. Both blue governors and blue mayors. So the top 10 is run by blue mayors in the country. So your democratic logic is right there. Oh, it's Trump's fault. No, it's a fucking city issue that's run by the fucking mayor.
And when the government gets involved in shit like that, it looks bad because it makes this state look like he's not doing his job as a governor either.
Correct.
Because
the federal government has no jurisdiction in local PDs, localities. They don't, unless the National Guard is called by the president, which it has not been called in Memphis or in the other cities.
Well, they have something going on in D.C. right now, which is they call the National Guard up there. I don't know if you heard about that or not.
And that's because the crime's outrageous. It's going crazy, similar to what's going on in Cincinnati right now. But I mean, we can stay with Cincinnati and move on to that D.C. issue as well.
Now let's talk about Cincinnati still. So it's funny. So today it came out. It just said probably about a couple hours ago that the white guy that was involved in this brawl, he got a misdemeanor charge for assault.
No, disorderly conduct.
Disorderly conduct. There you go. Drunk, and so what we're saying is it's just a misdemeanor. They're not going to release his name because he was the victim in the whole brawl. But so that should make all the politicians and city council happy. Here you go, guys. You got charged with something.
It won't.
Yep.
They want him crucified.
Well, the problem is the guy's in Russia. He lives in Russia. So to be able to, we're not going to send somebody over there to fucking arrest him for a misdemeanor charge.
Good luck, because Russia doesn't have an extradition. So
exactly.
Guess what? The Russia, you walk in and say, "Hey, I want that citizen." They're going to go, "Fuck you."
Exactly. And the politicians in Cincinnati know that. So they're just saying it like, oh, whatever. We'll fucking charge them, and it's bullshit. But
here's the thing, though. Even though they're charging, you're right, Matt, that they're getting what they want. They're not going to be happy with that. They're going to say, "Oh no, he needs to be charged with higher crimes and everything else." I mean, the fucking the one city leaders coming out and saying that this guy's the reason all of this started and everything else, which is funny because have you seen the whole video?
Most of the videos that I've seen that have been released, but apparently there's more videos from the street cameras of the other people provoking this guy.
Yeah. So the whole video, if you the whole video, the one that's been released to everybody, there's actually more to it. Of course, what are the odds that it's cut? But there's more to it. So if you watch the whole entire video, before he slaps the guy, the two guys, and I'm not saying the white guy's innocent because he's running his mouth. He needs to shut his fucking mouth and just leave. Like, why even run your fucking mouth? Like, just leave. But
he's Russia. He's hard. He's Russia. He's hard at it.
Hard drive you. But one of the guys kicks the guy in the leg. Okay.
I seen that. He kicks the guy in the leg.
Huh?
Yeah, I seen that where he kicks the guy, but that's the guy wearing a black shirt.
Kicks the white guy. White guy then slaps a different, or I don't know if he slaps the same guy or different guy, but they're having words.
Different guy.
Okay, they're having words. He slaps the guy, and then all shit breaks out, and they're trying to say, "Oh, like, well, he started it with the slap." No, he didn't. Okay. Do I think he's in the right for slapping a guy? No. I mean, just get the fuck out of there. Like,
you think they're pissed off at the Russian because he killed Apollo Creed?
Paul Creed.
Paul
Oh,
Creed got killed by the Russian. Yeah, there you
all
go.
right, that was a terrible joke.
He's back.
You suck.
He sucks, big donkey dicks.
So it's as simple as this. So to collaborate with or what we talked about earlier too, a little bit, with Judge letting it bails out early too. So the two females charged the 7 arrests, they got a lighter bail because they don't have a history of charges. But
Makes sense.
their bail went from what, $500,000 down to $2,500.
So their bail was $300,000 and they dropped it down to 25,000, which then you put 10% down, so 2,500 to get them out.
But here's
They're
the thing.
they're back at home.
Well, but I will also say, like, if they don't have a history of crime, I get that. Like, I get, let's not jump to excessive. Like, depending on how much they were involved in video, which they did throw some punches and stuff, but the majority of it is the guys. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, 99% of it's the guys.
Yeah, I mean, I think both the girls just wanted to get their licks in just to say they did,
Right. So are they wrong? Yes, and they got charged. But I also agree, I mean, I don't know what the whole thought process was, but I feel like if they don't have a criminal history, they don't get the full extent of the, slap, they get a slap on the wrist, they get to go to court, all those things. The other fucking dudes, I mean, hell, the one dude's got a federal firearms charge on him.
Yep. And he's been arrested for attempted burglary in the past.
Right, and assault. Like,
Yep.
So this ain't his first rodeo.
You talking about the guy from Atlanta?
It might be.
No, I think the guy from Atlanta was the one that ended up sucker punching her. But I think it was one of the first ones that got arrested.
Gotcha. The guy
I
from
think it might have been the
Atlanta.
one guy in the red shirt.
The one from Atlanta is pleading mental. The judge is trying to get him. Not judge, lawyer. Trying to file for mental illness. Sounds about right.
Oh, he got PTSD and decided to punch somebody?
I was defending myself. You went right up to her and punched her right in the face from behind, dude. You sucker punched a woman in the face from behind. So there's a lot there.
Yep.
But then it's again. Then it leads to city council putting shit on the internet, saying they begged for this shit. The white people did.
Right.
That's cool to say.
I mean,
Then we go. What's that?
Reverse that. Could you imagine if we had white politicians? It was white people that beat up a couple black people, and the politicians came out and said they asked for this, they begged for this. Could you imagine the riots?
I guess I'm surprised we wouldn't be on The View and they'd be asking for our heads. Whoopi Goldberg will be leading the riots downtown.
Well, the only reason we're not on The View right now is because The View's on that break.
I mean, it'll kind of be like that whole kid from Covington that went up to Washington, D.C., was wearing a Trump hat and was smiling at the guy. That's what it'll end up being.
The Native American guy?
Yeah.
Which is funny because
everybody jumps on the case, and when it comes to be false, oh shit, we better retract our stories.
Yeah, well, by that time it was too late. I think that kid made out like a bandit. He made all kinds of money on defamation suits.
Oh, I know.
Because they came out, it came out later that didn't they show the whole video, and he's actually just having a good conversation with the guy.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Oh no, it came out that the guy was the instigator the whole time. It wasn't the kid. He just sat there smiling.
So let's go. Let's fast forward a little bit. So after the city councilwoman's issue, that stuff happens. So we're calling for her to resign. We don't want her in the house anymore. She's resigning after this year anyway because she's not going to run for office anymore. Then the mayor puts a curfew in. So the curfew works. The first time at work was this past weekend. But from what I'm hearing is, now they can't quote me 100% on this because not everything on the internet's true. Is it? So they're saying they double down the police. So police this past weekend, first shift had to work extra mandatory overtime to help out with second shift with the curfew situation. Then on top of that, all the emergency calls Saturday night, Friday and Saturday night, they couldn't make no arrests because the police were on patrol in these other places where juveniles were. So it worked, but it didn't work. But we still don't have enough police force in this city to operate for the whole city. So
Well,
what's going on here at this damn city, man? Then again, you turn around and look. 2 years ago, a boy got murdered at a park downtown, and they named this park after him. Guess what happened last night? A little kid got murdered downtown last night at that park.
yeah,
And it's just sad, dude. It's just sad, this city, man. And like, I don't know. I refuse to go downtown. I refuse to do anything down there. It will never have my business again. Period. Until we see change in this country or in this city.
well, and here's the thing though. Let's be real. Tell me an incentive to be a police officer right now.
Well, signing bonus. That's about it.
I don't even think you get a signing bonus with CPD.
I think it's around $5,000 right now. I
know
think.
for
Don't quote
the
me.
I know for the border patrol, you can get.
Yes, it's $50,000. I know that. I see what you're saying.
But for Cincinnati Police Department, and here's the thing: like I'm looking at. So I had just saw a thing where they were talking about they're dealing with shortages, like. So they have funding for almost 1,100 officers, but they only have currently about 900. So they're short almost 200
The
officers.
city?
Yeah.
That's news to me. Last time I heard, well, what they were saying was there's about 50 to 75 officers about to take retirement.
Well, and that's where I'm getting at. So right now, so their latest figures, according to who's this from? This is Channel 12. Said the police department has officer shortages nearing a little more than 150 positions unfilled. They have funding for almost 1,100 officers, but they only have approximately 940 for sworn officers, leaving a gap. So to fight that, and also to kind of counter the officers that are retiring, they're actually adding another recruitment class because so their current recruitment class has only got 55 officers in it. So you figure if 50 officers retire, they're bouncing out.
Some of these officers are taking early retirement too. They don't want to deal with this shit no more.
Well, and that's my point. Like, there's no incentive because let's be honest. I mean, hell, look how bad it's getting. Like, think about this. Just a simple thing like this. When you drive downtown, okay, or anywhere that is supposed to be patrolled by Cincinnati Police Department, when you look at something as simple as like the tags on the cars, how many cars can you actually spot that have expired tags, don't have a tag at all? A lot more than you used to, right?
Yeah.
Because they don't want to deal with it. It's not worth the trouble. Because as an officer, you're going to get more shit. You're going to be scrutinized. You're going to be put on social media. You're going to be like, there's more people that are going to point the finger at you and say you're a scumbag than thank you for doing your job.
Well, hey, let me see your supervisor. Let me see your supervisor. I'll talk to your supervisor.
Oh my God. If I see one more fucking video, like, listen, anybody that watches, like, I'm sorry, but if you're one of those fucking retards that when you get pulled over, okay, You get pulled over for a traffic ticket, and you think the reason you're going to get out of it is because you asked for a fucking supervisor? No, all you're doing is you're making it worse on yourself because you're just delaying the inevitable.
See, this is the thing we're kind of leading to with one of the things Cecilia talk about later too, because it's not worth pulling anybody over anymore because if it's just for a simple violation of like you have too much tint on your window or expired tag, for instance, okay? Well, you're just going to you don't know what you're getting into. It could be a guy with a gun. You never know, or it could be a guy who just wants to make a scene. And you know what? As soon as he gets booked, guess what? He sees that judge downtown. What's the judge downtown going to say?
Mm-hmm.
Have a good day.
And hell, for a lot of them, they don't even see the judge downtown. They post bail and get out. Done.
Well, you got to see a judge for the bail situation.
I've never gone through it. So I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. The cops they're just, you can't say they don't care. They care. They just don't want the repercussions of other stupid shit happening. I mean, your chief of police right now is being sued by white males because she won't promote them. That's pretty freaking bad when you got your officer suing your chief of police because you won't advance them. I don't know the whole criteria about that situation, but
well,
again,
like I'm sorry to say, but like even though like she gets selected, I believe the chief of police gets appointed by the mayor. Am I wrong on that? Because I know the sheriff gets elected.
The sheriff's always elected, and the chief of police is appointed by the mayor. I don't know, man. The guy's a fucking joke. Time for him to fucking go. Seriously, I mean, shooting after shootings are happening downtown, break-ins, stuff like that, and brawls are happening. It's time to move on, Like you said, it's funny how about 45 minutes ago, how you start the show off saying we're going to talk all about this, and it just blends into one big circle, it feels like,
Right.
Like, is the woke movement over? Are people going to start putting their foot down because they're tired of these assholes? We can't say, like, the thing I hate feels like mostly is, it's like, it's kind of like a comedian said, So it's like, it's not just one race. It's low-income people that have no respect for authority because it's the way they're raised. It's not just one race. It just sucks when the majority of the shit happens to a certain race, then they point it at that race. And now the Democrats want to defend it, and they want to make it more of a race war, which is bullshit.
Well, and I agree with you in the sense that it's not a race thing. It's not. It is definitely a socioeconomic status thing where, you have races across the board of low income that, and I wouldn't necessarily say that it's, I'll backtrack a little bit. I think it's more of a entitlement because the Democrats, the liberal mentality has continued to push this ideology that, the government should be providing you this. You deserve this. You are owed this. You need this. You should get this. So now you've got this class of people that are like, why the fuck aren't I getting more? You should hand me more. I deserve this. How dare you treat me like this? And it's like, no, we're not mistreating you because of your race. We're not mistreating you because of your religion. We're mistreating you because you broke the fucking law.
Get your supervisor.
Right?
He's like that's the answer. Again, that's what this woke movement too thinks they're entitled. It's disgusting.
Right.
It's time to erase this shit and move on. It really is.
Well, and I think it's a Morgan Wallen. I could be wrong, but I think it's a Morgan Wallen country song, where he actually says, and I completely agree. I mean, so factual. He says, "You're only guaranteed two things: your name and the sunshine. That's it. Like in life, those are the only two things you're guaranteed. And sometimes you don't even get fucking sunshine.
Yeah, could be a cloudy day.
Right. So you're guaranteed your name. Other than that, you're not guaranteed shit.
Well, death and taxes.
Even that, like, here's the thing. I mean, well, yeah, you're guaranteed death eventually. But I would hope that nobody is searching for that, you know, unless they've lived a very, very long and generous life and they're at the end of their life and, you know, their natural cause or whatever. But, you know, for most people, like, it's like, come on, like, you know, and unfortunately, like so from a society standpoint, it goes into the classroom. It goes, you know, we keep teaching these people, you know, and generations that, you know, you deserve everything. You deserve respect, even if you don't give it. Okay. You can do anything you want and the world will give it to you. And it's all false narratives. It's all, you know, I've mentioned in previous podcasts, like, you know, if you look at, you know, and it's still on the woke mindset, you know, suicide rates for 15 to 25-year-olds has continued to climb over the past 20 years. Okay. It's not because medicine's not getting better. It's because we're not preparing people for the reality of life. You know, you got so many people that are being told you can have whatever you want, and then life hits you and says, fuck you, you ain't getting nothing.
Yeah, I mean, there's no more discipline anymore.
Right.
It's like you can't say no to nobody anymore without some kind of opinion or repercussion.
And then they wonder why, you know, these kids are committing suicide and all these other things. And it's like, it's a shame because we're giving into these ideologies that's not helping people. They're hurting.
Yeah, there's a big, for instance, going on right now. You know, you got so much crime that's happening in DC and Baltimore that Trump is calling the National Guard out, and yet all these people hate him for that. You know, I mean, what the fuck? Then you can say same thing about he's deport all these illegals, but yet what happened over the weekend? An illegal decides to make a turn on a Florida turnpike illegally, and guess what? Kills 3 people because he was in a sanctuary city in California, but he was here illegally. But somehow you got a CDL to drive a tractor trailer. Doesn't speak barely a lick of English. So it's just so sad. Like I said, you know, that's just one for instance. But this whole thing in DC where you got to call the National Guard in for the crime rate that's going on. Don't hate Trump because he's doing his job. You know, hate the people that are committing the fucking crime.
Well, and the funny thing is, it's like the liberals won't release. They're doing everything they can to prevent like the actual numbers being released of the Washington.
I think I knew where you're going with this.
Washington D.C.'s crime rates before Trump stepped in with the National Guard and after. But I will say, like, there are, you know, some places that are actually showing that since Trump has, you know, put the National Guard into mobile and everything else, like crime rates have actually dropped. Like, and I'm not talking like little bitty things, but like, oh my God, I'm brave farting here for a second. What is it called when, not when somebody steals your vehicle, but when they actually like pull a gun on you and force you out of the vehicle to take your car and drive off?
Grand Theft Auto.
something like that, like grand theft. Okay, so DC had a major problem with this, like, and that's pretty bad. Like, if you know, and now it's decreased. Why? Because there's actually a police force doing something. You don't have, you know, and
Yeah,
this
they got a
woke
bunch of U.S.
mayor-
Marshals walking around, doing
Well,
their
I mean,
thing. That's what it is.
and here's the thing. What happened on January 6th? You got all these Democrats are like, oh, all these people are criminals. They're doing this. We don't feel safe. We don't feel safe. Blah 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 blah. And like crime is skyrocketing, but you feel safe for that. Like, make up your goddamn mind. It's either safe or it's not safe,
But
one way or another.
You got to understand that those Democrats that are saying that they're not safe are also the same ones that are driving around with personal security guards that are armed and have gates around their houses. And
Yeah, they get into that. No, don't have the right to bear arms, shit like that.
and they're also the same ones that said that, you know, even though things are safe and stuff like that, and they don't want the government to be, you know, a dictatorship or anything like that, they put a fence around the fucking Senate. So
let's go back. Let's go back, Jody. We were saying so about these Democrats and woke people. Let's go back to the governors in the blue states. So supposedly they're not reporting all this crime rate because if they report all the crime rate, that means their statistics are going to go up. So they don't want to help Trump out by doing that. So they're not going to report small crime rates. So the judges are letting them go. Like I said, it's a slap on the wrist. Because if you don't report these crime rates, your statistics stay low then.
Right. And then
you don't have to worry about Trump.
Then they're technically not lying when they say, oh, no, my crime rates are great. My city's safe.
Yep. It shows it.
It's that plausible deniability. They can go, well, I didn't know the city wasn't safe because I get the stats every week and it says that we've only had X number of murders or we've had X number of thefts or, you know, when actually, like you said, they're releasing the shit or they're skewing the numbers and it's bullshit. Like,
I mean, they're skewing the numbers just like they skewed the numbers when COVID hit.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's what they did.
They did. 100%. And long and behold, like, you know, when they said, oh, everyone take the shot because, you know, it'll help you. It didn't do shit. Hell, it's probably going to cause more problems than it did solutions.
Well, that's the problem. It's coming out now. There's a bunch of studies that it's hurting people.
Well, yeah,
more than it helped them.
They just released it.
Like, yeah, it made me fatter.
We got to get this out. Huh?
It made me fat.
You know what? Hey, let's do a lawsuit. Huh. I took the COVID shot and made me fat. Look at this. I swolled up.
Swole like a biscuit.
I must have had an allergic reaction. I'm all puffy.
Yeah, I'm
a little puffy now.
Josh is actually going to file suit because he's going to go, I used to have a 1-inch dick. Now it's only a half an inch. Thanks to the COVID shot.
Only Joe would know that. Only your best friend would know that, Josh.
Ryan told me.
I mean, I'm not the one who shits out dogs. That's all I gotta say.
Ryan told me.
Man, you are so jealous of Brian.
But anyway, you know, and that's I wish people would wake up and see that. I mean, if you look at it, ironically enough, like most of the major crimes that involve like guns and stuff like that, like take away the very, very small percentage of which even one is too many, but the school shootings and stuff like that, which hopefully doesn't happen anymore, but it will, because we still live in this mentality of, I know what's going to prevent them from doing something is we're going to put a sign that says no guns allowed. But most of the cities that have these like high gun control regulations and rules, like New York City, Chicago, so guess what? It's where a lot of the crime rate is. And who are the mayors? Liberal.
They're Democratic mayors. Oh, and here's the funny thing right now. I've seen residents of Chicago beg and plead for Trump to come put the National Guard in Chicago
Yeah, it's that bad.
because their mayor is not doing anything to protect them.
Fuck no, he's
Because you know why? Also, their mayor ran out of money and funding. From what I heard.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they don't have any money to pay the Chicago Public Department or the Chicago Public Schools. They're like $6 million or $6 billion in debt or something stupid like that. $6 million. It's something large. I can't remember the number, but they're that far in debt. It is mismanagement of funds.
So
Disgusting, man. It's disgusting.
So Chicago Public Schools, the district has a projected $734 million budget gap. And a long-term debt of $9 billion.
$9.
Damn.
Good luck on building
That's
that
my
new
point.
stadium. Good luck on building that new stadium.
Well, I mean, there's a reason why the Bears are looking at Arlington Park and not Chicago.
Stop there.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Oh, correct.
And that's why
Again.
Cleveland's looking to get out of Cleveland. They're looking to go into the suburbs.
Oh, which, Josh, by the way, sidebar, we need to talk about that.
Talk about what?
The Browns.
What?
The Browns Stadium building.
Oh, got you.
I found some land.
Oh, okay.
What are you building?
Nothing. Cleveland is.
So there was an idea I floated out to him about where they build that stadium, about what's around and what people would need. Parking.
Oh, not even just. Here's the thing. I'm not even thinking parking. Like some of the places I was looking at, like the land, like it may not be close enough for parking per se, but when they build that stadium, they're going to be building up other things around that area. That's going to be.
Oh, restaurants, bars, housing. I mean, you can buy a few houses and just ready to go for Airbnbs.
Oh yeah, they're gonna build a whole entertainment district. Why not?
Yep. Exactly.
You do. I mean, you think about what they're gonna have there in Cleveland. That's the reason they got approved of it. It's gonna be a dome. It'll be like what they did in Indianapolis. They're gonna host things, big events.
Exactly.
Rock and Roll
And
Hall of Fame is
Cincinnati's
that
gonna be
way.
late to the fucking park.
We got the Heritage Bank. We got the Bradley Center.
I mean, so do you know how much money the city of Cincinnati lost through that whole the NCAA not coming here, and it went to Dayton instead?
I have no clue.
$2 or $3 billion so far in revenue for the city.
Just because we can't renovate Heritage Bank.
Because
Good.
Heritage Bank wasn't up to par for the NCAA to host the games.
It had to do with also seating and everything else, didn't it?
Oh no, it's just the stadium was when the NCAA approached Cincinnati about it, they said you guys need to fix the arena, and then we'll give you the NCAA in like 2 or 3 years.
And we didn't.
Cincinnati never did anything. The owners of the Heritage Bank Arena didn't do shit, and so they lost out on it. Cost themselves billions of dollars.
Sounds about right. That's a city for you. You host something that makes money, then you get rid of them.
That's our genius mayor there.
That's not our mayor. I mean, it was part of it was the owners of that building. They didn't want to put any money into it, and the city wanted to, instead of put money into it, they said, "Hey, let's just revitalize the convention center, so maybe we can get the Democratic National Convention Center or the Republican National Convention Center here." So yeah, what's that? Once every 4 years? That's stupid.
It's political stuff here. It's bad.
Yeah, I mean, we can host stuff like Comic-Con, like a big Comic-Con and tattoo things and the Home and Garden Show, but
Beer Fest.
we need stuff that's really going to bring in a lot of money.
I don't know anymore, man. You're not knowing anymore. The city's fucking falling apart, dude.
I mean, that's the problem with most of these democratic cities. They're literally falling apart.
Low income people, man, what they live off. It's just so disgusting. You want to live off the government, man. That's all they want to do. These low income areas. I don't get it. Everybody has the same right.
All the cities want to do anymore is gentrify the cities so they can get tourists in there, but they're not fixing the issue with the crime. They're pushing the crime out to just outside of the city. You don't think that crime's going to still come into the city? You guys are that fucking stupid. You guys got to realize that. Now you're interrupting, you're sending that crime into other neighborhoods, which is causing a bigger issue with other neighborhoods, and then people want to continue moving out.
Yeah, they want to move out of the city too.
Yeah, to your point, you moved out to a nicer neighborhood that was up and coming. There's not a lot of crime out there. You don't see it out there as much. Not saying there isn't, but there really isn't.
We'll fix that. I'm gonna post your address so people.
You don't know my address, so it's okay.
It's the corner of Elm and Second, isn't it? That's where you.
No,
Yeah,
it's on the corner of Bicep. Bicep.
That's where you do your
we're living the other way by, so. Well, boys, I'm gonna get out of here. I got an early day for work tomorrow.
All right, my friend.
So.
Okay.
Right. I appreciate everybody sticking around. Catch us again next week for another episode of Idiocracy Talk Radio.
Maybe. We got to talk drafting.
It's idiocracy, but you gon' see the value and respect though when you talk with me. So come on, baby, walk with me. It ain't a topic that the crew can't touch. Share our views and our vibe. What we hide, it ain't much. This ain't bluffs, this the crew, yeah, we got it. Share our thoughts and our views, you can't stop it. Said this ain't bluffs, it's the crew, yeah, we got it. Idiocracy, tell us what's the topic, yeah.